Hello, Atticus here from Darkwater Collective, and today I'm going to teach you how to play Joy and Wonder, the finale track off our concept album, Waiting for Apophis. I'll briefly cover the rhythm section, and then I'll slow down for the solos and try to provide some insight about what notes I'm choosing and why. For the verse, you just need to know a handful of chords. You've got A minor, E major, D minor, and perhaps less common would be B diminished, or B, F, A, D, 2, 3, 2, 3 if you like. And then you've got B dominant, B, F sharp, A, D sharp, or 2, 4, 2, 4. I should mention that the intro is just the verse part played on a nylon string in Raschiata style. Here's a quick playthrough with the tab.
It's not a secret to seal. We get to choose how we feel. We are responsible if we haven't grown.
The chorus is also comprised of common chords. We've got C, G, E major, A minor, F, C, which would take us back to G. I don't always play these the same way. I'll often add a seventh to the E chord and the A chord to add a little movement in the guitar line. So if you're looking at the E, just drop your ring finger to get the E7. And if you're looking at the A, again, just drop your ring finger to get the 7th. And in context, that sounds a little bit like this. You can hear how that adds a little movement there. The other thing I'd note is I don't always play the 7th on the A the same way. We've got the chord I just demonstrated. Sometimes I'll do it with the 7th here on the E string with my pinky like that. We've arrived at the G chord at the end of the phrase, and while we're going to play the G chord throughout, we're going to move our fingers around a little bit within that context to create this fill. So it goes like this. So a little bit faster. Here's the playthrough.
Joy, wonder, rain, thunder. Find the beauty in everything. Joy, wonder.
The acoustic guitar returns in the interlude of this song where we take it down a notch. The chords are the same, we're just using fingerstyle instead of a pick. So from C to G to E major, A, F, C, and back to G. Alright, on to the fun stuff. One reason I think this song makes for a good guitar lesson is that it illustrates different approaches to lead playing. Over the years, a number of people have asked me how to get started with soloing. They're often uncertain of which notes they should be playing and why. And if you've ever heard something like follow the chords, or you need the context of the song, these are somewhat fancier ways of saying if you play a note that's in the chord of the rhythm section, that note's probably going to sound pretty good in the lead. So if you've got a C chord, you can play C, E, and G. Anywhere on the neck should sound pretty good. Of course, there's reasons why you don't play only notes in the chord, but it's a pretty good starting place, and the first solo of this song illustrates that pretty strongly. Let's get another insight here. If you look at this C chord, or this C chord, or this C chord, you can move all of those up the neck. So you might have this C chord, or this C chord, or this C chord. You look at the relationship between those chords and the notes that I'm playing, we can see that I'm picking them right out of the chord. So the very first phrase that's over the C chord starts kind of in this position, and I'll play it like this. You can hear how it's outlining that chord. So looking at the next chord, G, or perhaps this G, And again, you can move those up the net. And just looking at a subset, we've got this G, or this G, or this G. And again, we're just outlining that for the lead part. So we were just here in this position. And I'm just going to slide this note up into the next position to outline that G chord, like this. I won't go over all the chords in that fashion, but the principle applies everywhere you look. So the next phrase is over the E major, the A minor, to the F. Again, we're still outlining these chords. And then we'll finish off with a more scalar sounding phrase. And for the G chord, we're back in outline mode. We've got this chord, and a little bit of a combination of the two without bend. And then transitioning into the verse part, we'll land on the A that is the first chord of the verse. And here it is up to speed. So the beginning of this solo opens with the vocal melody. I like the way the bend flourishes that last note as compared to the more straight way that the vocals carry it. Moving on. From there, we get into the arpeggiated section, which is just a series of alternating A minor and what I would call G sharp diminished 7 chords. Looks something like this. The harmony solo starts out the same way by mimicking the vocal line. It does so a third above the root note. So for the A that starts the main line, you have a C that starts the harmony line. You can see for the first part that I mimic it. But halfway through the second line, I start to diverge. Take a look at that a little slower. A couple of chromatic notes there that get us into the E major arpeggio. It continues to be divergent for the remainder of its stay in this section, but I like the way the two parts play together. So here's that. Let's check it out at tempo. Well, we've made it to the final solo. While the first two were written and very well structured and rehearsed by the time I recorded them, this last one I took more of an improvisational approach with. And when I improvise, I like to start in the section of the neck that is most comfortable for me relative to the key that I'm playing in. So I start in the A minor pentatonic box. And really the first phrase of this solo just sits in that area, and I use my ears to tell me what notes to land on. The second phrase of the solo starts out the same way, but as I progress, I start moving up the neck. And really what I'm doing is moving up the pentatonic boxes. So if box 1 is this, box 2 is this, box 3, so on and so forth. And I do that progressively until I get to the high section of the neck where I finish the solo. So here it is slow. Let's take a look at it up to speed. Well, that pretty much wraps up this tutorial, and at the end of the video you'll find each of the 3 solo sections without the lead guitar, in case you'd like to play along with the song. In the description you'll find links to the full playthrough for this song, as well as a link to the playlist for the Apophis album in story order. This will release on the 1st of the year, 2025, so I'll wish you all a Happy New Year and let you know that there's definitely more music and more videos on the way. The first of which is a single called Gossip, which should be out in about 2 weeks. Thanks so much for watching, and to those of you that specifically requested this tutorial, it sincerely brings me a great deal of both joy and wonder. Really, I know I'm a dork. Thanks again, and take care. And what could be more comfortable than A minor pentatonic?